98.5 FM, True Talk Radio.
Fumble, good evening. These are two talk news for today, Wednesday, 13 November 2024 with me, Elfrida Sam. But first, make we go for the headlines. The Executive Director for Campaign for Human Rights Development International don call on authorities for settle the judiciary staff dem salary. The Finance Act don show 5% increase in tax for rice importation. Now for the full news. The Executive Director for Campaign for Human Rights and Development Initiative, Abdul Fatoma, don say CHRDI don complain call on authorities for sort out the complaint of judicial abuse and systematic failure wey dey happen na Salonji judiciary. E tok dis inside one interview wey True Talk do with am. Emmanuel Kamara get the tori.
Issues of mistreatment and systematic failure don dey be one common thing wey don dey happen na public and private institutions dem na salon. Plenty time, people wey dey work na dem different institutions and office dem don dey complain say dem institutions no dey treat dem well. Some dey underpay dem and sef some can go for months dem no dey get salary. Dis can make dem people here so can come na public for intervention. Some days back, Chadi been put on notice outside dem call on authorities for look into complaints of the administrative staff dem wey dey work na the institution wey responsible for provide justice na the country wey na the judiciary. Also dem say dem people here don dey for over 6 months without salary. Inside one interview wey True Talk do with Chad executive director Abdul Fatoma say dem don call for the financial autonomy of the judiciary and say for make dem get a stable leadership and professional development wey go free dem from interference.
And currently they on with the judiciary. Yesterday we published a paper, on the judiciary for the stop for abuse, the right of workers, because based on the allegations, complaints that we don't receive, we don't review, we see that say people then they undergo harassment, marginalization and abuse. So if the judiciary way that the hope of all citizens, people then the way they work, they not feel safe, they not feel secure. And then they send them home under punishment for 6 months without salary. That's a very alarming. How you go send somebody for half a year without salary and this person get independence?
Mr. Fatoma continue for say, then the organization wey na Chadi don intervene for plenty salon people na different institutions dem na salon.
Challenge the Ministry of Finance for pay over 420 statistics workers for over 100 and something NATCOM workers for let them pay them over 200 to 300 workers na Wataki. In the private sector we get over 700 from different organizations. Just statistics in your case alone will be 1.13 billion. We also challenge the military under SLPP leadership about sexual harassment, corruption in the military hospital. We also challenge State House on several issues with human rights, and we don't challenge the Israeli police under the SLPP administration. We also don't challenge several times the Anti-Corruption Commission for increase on the corruption fight, both na radio and we also don't put out a policy paper will be very much annoying to the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, but it be able to bring an effective change under the same SLPP.
Emmanuel Mohamed Kamara, the report for
NCIA don host some delegation dem from the Gambia for share ideas dem on the significant transformation Nasalo on civil registration and identity management and vital statistics. We reporter Clayton Thomas gets more.
Inside our high-profile meeting na the National Civil Registration Authority (NCIA) headquarters na Freetown, the Sierra Leone Director General of the NCIA, wey na Mr. Mohamed Massakoy, we don welcome one delegation wey come out from the Republic of Gambia for share their insights on the civil registration and identity management system. The delegation will therefore include key Gambian officials dem wey visit NCIA for understand Salon approach to civil registration, identity management, and the development of digital infrastructure where they aim for improved national governance and service. During the session, the NCIA Director of ICT, when Mr. Kalon, may therefore present the overview of the institution achievements and simultaneously challenge them where they don't get. Inside the presentation, he talked about the major advancements them inside the digitization of vital records, the deployment of one comprehensive ID card system, and the ongoing effort for ensure inclusive national coverage. The Gambian delegation began to show strong interest inside the technology and data collection strategies which they utilized by the NCIA, noting that Sierra Leone's success in establishing a robust and reliable identity framework. The meeting began to conclude with mutual agreement on the value of shared expertise and best practices. Both countries expressed a commitment for strengthening cooperation in civil registration and identity management with plans for ongoing technical support and potential joint initiative. However, this collaboration aligned with Sierra Leone aim for position itself as a regional leader in modern identity management systems, where a move seen as instrumental for socio-economic progress, governance improvement, and equitable access to social services. For True Talk News, Clayton Thomas, the report.
The Finance Act 2024 don show 5% increase on the import duty on rice. With the current cost of rice price na the country, traders the way they sell rice na free ton don raise concern about the increase and sef call on government for help reduce the price. We reporter Antoinette Kagbo gets more.
According to the Finance Act 2024, the import duty tax for rice they increased to 5% inside 2025. It go get for be 10% with the current cost for bag rice where they over 900 leons. Citizens they raise plenty concern, but how this they affect their daily life. For sake of this, make True Talk Radio bingo waka and the threat of return. For no waiting the traders them where they sell rice get for say. Some traders been get for talk, but the high increase for bag rice where don't affect them businesses them.
First of all, salon with staple food na rice. Some man if not eat rice, he not dey glad. Even though Alexa is fit for diet stay, but you must eat rice. So if the government will put 5%, the problem with the government, they look for the masses of we the people we not get her. Some people will afford. Me I can normally say God give him more, that much we give him, he must provide for the month. But the government for you look for the masses of the one we not able to get her. So if we right now rest don't go 6,000 for cup, then we always hold they make like 10,000 for cup. And they put 5% increase. How much if you say rest go? And so no longer price control and the worst thing and then I am. So all the government put in price that because never go put 5,000 per tap in just for get in. So the thing is, I don't go put that kind of price they per price again. That they don't affect the people.
Then continue to talk about the 5% increase by the import duty rest. Say they no say government they try forget more revenue, so that make then they call on the government for help reduce the increase.
So with the big papa government, at least let me find a way for reduce the cost of goods in the market.
With the current constraint in the country, the government need for ensure say citizens they able for afford local commodities at reasonable price. For True Talk News and
David Hindolo M. Contem, when are the executive director, Right to Life Advocacy Network SL, don't say then as civil societies no they receive salary from government, but then don't they sacrifice for hold governments accountable and monitor every project for see say it benefits the people of Salone. It talked this inside one interview na True Talk Radio.
We they do the job the government officials for them for monitoring in all aspects, in all simple.
Yeah.
But you know what's in the happen here? We they monitor health. We go, like for example, they start for monitor even when then they go for budget hearing. The money then they get to institutions. We go don't monitor that activity. They then give the institutions then the money. For me, they're able to go deliver. So what we do as CSOs? We get for monitor the deliverables. Because if they not deliver, we get for ask question, we say the money here go. Yeah. But we go to monitor all the activities there. But we are not being paid. They're not the fund we they take out from where money. For make with all them thing there. Like for example, the office we are occupying now, we are paying something like 80,000 leons. 80 million all leons. Who said that money there for the commute? If we right now, like for example, a CS organization come out, we go to Matna Street with a campaign for make we go give the needy. Say okay, would I get pen? Would I get crayon? Would I get book? When I support you, go support you. Don't like waiting me colleague they say, nothing they will say, but they were then get money, why they for car speed again. because everybody they look at and say civil society get huge amounts of money, then they get money left and right, and not to say be. If we decide so, okay, any ministry where we come against, we then call, we then give we money for collect, automatically we don't be part of the corruption. We're not able to do with jobs there effectively. So therefore be very much mindful for uphold, for upkeep that integrity way some of organizations they.
Fambul members say e still dey listen to True Talk Radio News 98.5 FM and also dey watch we Facebook Live at True Talk FM. We dey continue with the next story. The head of the Financial Intelligence Agency, David Bobo, don't say, then and the Ministry of Justice and Ministry of Internal Affairs be don review the money laundering law and don't try for understand the risks of money laundering wey go help them for solve the problem of money laundering na the country.
The Financial Intelligence Agency, wey dem be dey call Financial Intelligence Unit (FIU), na the body where government been set up for coordinate the fight against financial related crimes them like money laundering and terrorism financing at the country. This body, according to the Director General David Bobo, not only the fight against money laundering but also the fight against proliferation financing. This means say dem focus now dey more on how dem go stop and prevent the one dem where they finance people and institutions where they into terrorism and they make weapons of mass destruction. They continue say the FIA don dey work hard for make Salon achieve the international standards them where they set up for financial intelligence.
We get starting international standard where as a country we for comply with. So each of them standard they key assess countries them as to how you don't perform. Salon they been assessed in 2019, and luckily me and the person we anchor that assessment at that time not to be the director of the unit. So I get a lot of facts around the assessment and the methodology that they use for even assess a country. So when an assess then find out say one, we get some weaknesses in the laws. We don't able review the law and make a much more robust areas the way the assessment in the question in terms of inadequacies. We don't try as best as possible to address them. And one area where we help for address and the area where for to pay the part for me for all become a member of Egmont. Within Egmont they do Egmont as far away is FIUs and the seats for share intelligence with any other FIU around the globe. So we don't get that law there, and that law there will address a lot of gaps the way they see. Apart from that, we need to understand we risk. We need to identify and understand we risk and put in place to mitigate the measures. Alright? Because if you don't understand the kind of way they happen, how you will affect them in the first place?
Way instead been the talk, the head of Legal and Justice Support Department at the Salon Police ACP Joan Kamara say for fight against money laundering and other financial crimes then require them to get up-to-date knowledge. Now that make them don't try for train criminal investigators for make them know how to investigate them crimes here so.
Get various ways in which we dey handle financial crimes. We dey conduct a proper investigation into that. We dey work together with the Ministry of Justice. We dey try as much as possible for make we match up to standard. We investigators dey able for investigate every financial criminal activities where they go on. Like when we talk about money laundering, now a crime where they go with other crime. Now something you don't do for get money, and now you want to go do something for let the world know say, hey, this thing how this person has so do now clean money. So as a result, the minister don't tell you say, as I don't explain and you will not say now team will involve technical expertise. So the police, they always try for see that we match up to standard. And recently, in fact, we conduct for senior officers, the Inspector General of Police, they on the move for ensure that we get trainings for criminal investigators.
Financial crimes them, na crimes them wey don dey happen na salon through different ways, like super adverts, QNet and plenty other one dem. Emmanuel Mohammed Kumar.
Over the years, civil society organizations don dey facing challenges dem for do dem work, wey dis don dey hamburg dem. Abubakar Kamara, the coordinator for Budget Advocacy Network, tok say one of the key challenges dem wey dem don dey facing na lack of funding. E tok dis and more inside one interview na True Talk Radio. Make we take this story.
Now, civil society organizations don dey act as link between the government and the citizens. Dem dey help for analyze policy, regulate and monitor the government's performance and also the action of public officials. Then they serve as interaction between the government and citizens them for different work like political, social and economical. Some challenges wey dem don dey facing for do dem work now: political intimidation, lack of public interest, access to information, timely intervention of information and lack of resources for do dem work. Inside one interview na True Talk Radio, Abubakar Kamara, wey na the coordinator for Budget Advocacy Network, say one of the key challenges wey dem dey facing na lack of funding for do dem work and access to information.
Would also one challenge we face in work, because there are certain issues and work they raise. The population they become divided, provided we are looking at where they stand, whether na from party A or party B. So there are times there are going to be heavy criticism on the one they will not favor on waiting you do. In fact, to the extent you see some social media blogger and the glass and all them particular stuff and they, you know, and one aspect is, as you mentioned, is around the resources. You know, civil society not so like a government where we see they get a fixed money for salary and then particular stuff and they, and we also see the aspects of how do we ensure say there are resources for even one the organization itself, because you all pay staff and all of this. So, but again, in relation to resources, it depends again how civil society position themselves, the quality of work where you do, the number of changes them where you they bring into the whole perspective. In fact, now most don't prefer for form coalition, because they want civil society and come together and be able to come up with a proposal and act on resources. So on that particular aspect, you know, sort of challenging, but you also get some amount of, if you are civil society organization or civil society enable market itself, enable police results, enable police quality work, then they hinge on the funding landscape Nasalon.
And Gulavali, when are the executive director for Institute for Governance Reform, say the information dissemination at certain areas na the country itself don't be challenged with on facing for the fact for accountability in the country.
If you didn't have McKinney, something and then now you go find it difficult for late talk. If you didn't have Bo Kennyman, something and then now you go find it difficult for late talk because the community they invest. So if I now know say that one day it's a major constraint to how they work. I think say the capacity of civil society will find for now know say we really need for improver. Oh now. If government not now I don't make this road that cost me 40 million. How civil society wait for oversee? Who say they pull that skill me not to engineer? You understand that I don't know how to do bill of quantities for that access down there. So you see, say abroad, then civil society, the way they did it, they really don't equip themselves. When civil society they talk, and when another government official they talk, so they say in classmate them, they talk something more technical. I think the Salon civil society will actually need for see how we will really try for strengthening capacity. And I think say the opposition back can really help a lot if the opposition and the ruling party they also can help. The opposition can help a new place for like actually give policy direction on how the states will be governed. Say for example, if opposition take now a major rule of law question, you know which groups they will go there around them for ally with them, like CAR. If the opposition take now a major question, say for example, like around census, you will see you get groups then now when they talk say one do on data integrity, they would. But the moment it become high voltage politics between party, you see say no, civil society not the good. The ruling party therefore play a big role for letting make sure say all the policies and programs where let government be driven by policy, not just politics. If you go to Rwanda, one of the biggest difference between South and Rwanda, to the credit for credit to government, when they see it move more towards a performance-based system. But for we all know say Mr. A in at this position here because of do X, Y, and Z, and if you not do them with the pull them, you understand eh? But if that person in the civil society they holler, hey, no, this person here, you do well, you still keep and they, you don't say that holler not gonna mean anything again. So the government, it's good. We don't see ministerial performance contract they come out, MDA performance contract they come out. Let the public then see. The moment you move the public towards a performance-driven economy, then you go begin out to see which role.
As civil society organization, don't they serve as source of information for citizens? Government need for ensure say they get enough resources for carry on with their work. For True Talk Use, me na Elfrida.
As well for increased youth employment, the Commissioner for the National Youth Commission, Ahmed Atata Mansaye, don't talk about how they work hand in hand with the strategy them where government don't implement and the promise for create 5,000 jobs. We reporter Mariam Mamara gets more.
Over 70% of the youth mandate alone no get work, according to the UN 2022 report. And because of this, beaucoup of the youth mandate engage into things that were no good. This big problem make President Bio put youth employment as the third focus in Big Five agenda. The Commissioner for National Youth Commission, Ahmed Atata Mansaye, don't talk say government ready for tackle this problem. He say the Ministry of Youth Affairs they work hand in hand with the strategies where government don't implement for create work opportunity for the youth in the country.
Governments get strategy. And from that strategy, we all, as heads of institutions, they try to see how we go roll out activities then in order for all meet the international development plan of the government. And in that also again, the Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs, Norman Bangura, they don't sign in performance contract for which also again we get an engagement with that for all ensure say we try to accomplish some of the promises that His Excellency don't make. And on that note, we get several working documents who they move on with so that we go able to achieve some of the things that they do. Now that make most of the activities that will get interventions that they make them in line as part of government policy and government strategies for ensure so the 500,000 jobs that we're able to provide them.
Okay. The Commissioner be also explained some of the challenge there we don't make beaucoup youth man they not get to work. The same way so carry on for talk about how they can overcome some challenges where the ministry they face.
The country's population got a chunk of young people, and many of these young people because of the history of the country ranging from the Civil War, but that's what we make a lot of people go out of schools some development, or for development stop the entire country and all the rest of it. But then those challenges, you look at them, and you see the COVID, the Ebola. I mean, you take a look at what is happening at the international global stage with respect to the Russian-Ukraine war and all the rest of it, where they affect it directly because of they produce so much as compared to other countries, and we rely on the rice, the wheat, but things that they consume now from them countries that from it come to it. So because of the problems that it also cause, that is also affecting us. But however, we don't see same. Because of that, they get problem largely on the economy for our country. We also don't decide for see how we will approach, not only primarily focusing on the budgetary allocation on the part of government, but for pay cutting to international organizations and other institutions. We also the support we some of the interventions we do, and that is how we have been able to overcome some of the shocks them way for them probably put it to.
Where youth man they get work, it make them become financial independent, as then go get sense of purpose and also get a chance for contribute positively to the development of the community. Empower the youth with work, not just mean money. It mean better and stable future for Salone. For True Talk News, me and Marima Kalmamara, the report.
Fambul, as we dey wrap up the story for today, make we now go for the sports story. The 18-year-old Sierra Leonean defender Abdoulaye Jumaba don make im 5th start for the Real Valladolid, wey dis happen against Atletico Bilbao na the Spanish league wey dem kin call La Liga. Dis dem say im na the first Sierra Leonean for play na the Spanish La Liga. We reporter Yakuba Yayaba get more about the story.
The young talented Sierra Leonean central defender Abdoulaye Jumaba, wey be dey play for AIK na Freetown, be don go on loan na one Spanish club wey name Real Valladolid, wey dis dem say don be the first Sierra Leonean for play na the Spanish La Liga. Im team be get for play against a big club na Spain wey name Atletico Bilbao. The game bin play na the Real Valladolid stadium wey name Stadio José Zorrilla, outside the 18-year-old bin get for play a big part and give im all for im team per the match. Jumaba bin get for play the full 90 minutes per the game. Outside the game bin get for done 1-1 draw, wey the two teams bin get for shape the points. The draw bin make Real Valladolid, wey na Jumaba im team, bin get 1 point and then sidon na the 19th place na the league table, and the other team, wey na Atletico Bilbao, get for sidon na the 6th place na the league. And the next game go play against Getafe, wey na on the 22 November 2024, just after the international break. For True Talk News, Yakuba Yayaba.
The Salone national team don draw 1-1 full time per the match against Chad inside Ivory Coast, wey dis not a good result for them. Wey dis don make the only way wey dem go qualify na the Ivory Coast beat Zambia per the match Friday, and dem win their last game against Zambia, wey dis na the 19th inside Liberia. Now all this we get today for we True Talk News. Plenty thank you for listening and watch with use. Till tomorrow, me name na Elfrida Sam.